the quiet room, where loneliness begins. Hello there. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Whether you're watching this while having a warm cup of tea or just resting in your favorite chair, I want you to know that your presence here matters. Truly. Let me start with a simple question. Have you ever found yourself in a quiet room, surrounded by stillness, and felt a deep ache? Not in your body, but in your heart? That feeling, my dear friend, is not uncommon. It's called loneliness. And as we grow older, it has a curious way of sneaking into our lives, even when we think we've done everything right. Loneliness in later life doesn't always come in dramatic ways. It can show up subtly, after the children have moved away, after retirement has taken away daily conversations with colleagues, or after the loss of a lifelong partner. And it's not just about being physically alone. You can be in a crowded room and still feel invisible. Now, why does this matter so much? Because prolonged loneliness can affect not only our emotional well-being, but also our physical health. Studies have shown that loneliness can raise blood pressure, weaken the immune system, and increase the risk of heart disease or even dementia. It's like carrying a heavy burden we were never meant to carry alone. But here's the good news. We can do something about it. We can take steps, small, gentle steps, to reconnect with life, with others, and even with ourselves. One of the first things I'd love to share with you is this. Reach out. Yes, it might sound simple, but it's powerful. Whether it's calling an old friend, waving to your neighbor, or even chatting with someone at the local grocery store, these small interactions light sparks of connection. Don't underestimate them. Next, think about the spaces you spend your time in. Are they welcoming? Do they invite warmth? Consider joining a local club, a library reading group, or even a walking circle. You don't have to speak much. Just being in the presence of others who share your interests can help the heart feel less heavy. Another gentle step is volunteering. It might feel like you're giving your time away, but what you truly gain is a sense of purpose, a sense of being needed. Whether it's reading to children at the library or helping out at a local food pantry, these acts create powerful social bonds. I also want to talk about routines. Having a daily rhythm. Even something as simple as a morning walk or writing a few lines in a journal gives the day structure. When you have something to look forward to, even if it's a phone call with a friend or baking your favorite recipe, it lessens that gnawing feeling of emptiness. Now, there are moments when loneliness feels overwhelming, like a wave that won't let up. If that happens, please don't hesitate to talk to someone, a doctor, a counselor, or a support group. Reaching out for help is not a weakness. It is one of the strongest things you can do for yourself. As we bring this first part to a close, let me leave you with a thought. You matter. Your presence in this world still holds so much value. And the connections you've yet to make, the friendships waiting to bloom, are out there. So let's take this journey together, one gentle step at a time. Opening the heart. Creating meaningful space. In the last conversation, we opened a quiet door and gently peeked inside the space where loneliness lives. Today, let's step out into the sunlight and talk about something beautiful, connection. The kind that fills the heart and reminds you, you are not alone. Connection doesn't always begin with big, loud gestures. Sometimes it starts with a smile, or a shared laugh, or even a simple sentence like, "Would you like to join me for a cup of tea?" These little acts are bridges, and when built consistently, they become friendships. Let's start with community. Have you ever thought about joining a local group? Perhaps a gardening club, a choir, or a hobby class. These are more than activities. They're chances to meet others who enjoy what you enjoy. When you meet people with shared passions, conversations become easier. Bonds form naturally. You might say, "I'm not good at meeting new people." And that's okay. You don't have to be the loudest voice in the room. Just showing up is a courageous act. People notice. They welcome it. Consider technology, too. Yes, it may feel intimidating at first, but many older adults have found joy through online communities. There are groups on Facebook for grandparents, forums for book lovers, even video calls with family. If you've never tried video chatting with a friend or loved one, give it a go. It can make all the difference. Do you remember the last time someone truly listened to you? Listening is one of the most powerful gifts we can give each other. It says, "I see you. You matter." Try practicing this with others. When you listen deeply, people feel safe around you, and they'll want to listen to you in return. And don't forget joy. Joy shared is joy multiplied. Whether it's watching a funny movie with your grandchildren, attending a dance event in the park, or simply exchanging jokes with your neighbor, laughter is medicine. It brings lightness to the soul. But what about those friendships that faded over time? It's never too late to rekindle an old connection. Reach out, write a letter, make a phone call. You may be surprised at how warmly your gesture is received. As we wrap up today's talk, remember this: connections don't have to be perfect. They just have to be real. So, open your heart. Let someone in. And when you do, you just might find that loneliness begins to quietly slip away. Let's continue together in the next part of this journey. Standing strong. Embracing independence in later life. It's good to see you again. Thank you for staying on this journey. Now that we've explored the roots of loneliness and how to grow meaningful connections, let's talk about something equally essential: independence. There's a quiet strength that comes with being able to do things for yourself. Even the smallest actions, like making your own cup of tea, tending to your plants, or paying your bills, are acts of independence. They tell the world, and more importantly yourself, I am capable. As we age, it's natural that some tasks may become more challenging. But that doesn't mean you lose your freedom. Quite the opposite. The goal is to adapt, to find new ways of staying in charge of your life. Start with your health. Keeping regular doctor visits, understanding your medications, staying active. These are ways of caring for yourself that reinforce independence. It doesn't have to be intense. Gentle stretching, walking with a friend, or dancing to your favorite song can do wonders. Managing your space is also part of independence. Is your home safe and comfortable? Are there rugs that might trip you, or steps that are hard to climb? Sometimes, a few small changes, like installing handrails or brighter lights, can make a world of difference. Financial independence matters, too. It's not about having a lot. It's about being in control. Track your expenses. Plan for what you need. Avoid impulsive decisions. And don't be afraid to ask for advice from a trusted friend, a financial counselor, or a community center. Now let's talk about the emotional side of independence. Sometimes, we may feel like a burden to our family, especially our children. But leaning on others occasionally is not the same as giving up your autonomy. Think of it as a partnership. You still have every right to your voice, your choices, your life. Reclaim your routine. Set a schedule that works for you. Wake up with a plan, even if it's a simple one. Water your plants, go for a stroll, call a friend, try a new recipe. Routines bring structure, and structure brings confidence. You may also consider giving back. Teaching a younger person a skill, mentoring, or even writing your life story. These are ways to stay mentally sharp and emotionally fulfilled while reinforcing that you still have much to offer. And if one day you find yourself needing a little more help, that's okay too. Accepting support doesn't mean giving up who you are. It means being wise enough to embrace the changes and find new ways to thrive. You are still you. Strong, capable, valuable. The circle of belonging, building a connected life with ye, come a long way together. Now let's talk about something truly beautiful: belonging. Belonging isn't just about having people around. It's about feeling seen, heard, and valued. It's about knowing that your story matters, that build a life where you feel you truly belong. Start by opening your door, both literally and metaphorically. Invite someone over. Say yes to invitations. Offer help when someone needs it. These simple acts weave a web of mutual care. Let's talk about legacy. Sharing your experiences, your memories, your laughter, and even your tears. They matter. When you open up to others, especially the younger generation, you pass down wisdom and love. This exchange deepens connection across generations. Consider joining a cause. Maybe it's helping a local charity, advocating for seniors' rights, or joining a neighborhood cleanup. When you contribute to something bigger than yourself, you become an integral part of a community. Don't be afraid of starting small. One neighbor, one new hobby group, one weekly call with a friend. These are the seeds. Nurture them, and they grow into the roots of connection. Most importantly, be kind to yourself. Building a connected life takes time. There may be setbacks. There may be days when it's hard to reach out. On those days, remember, it's okay to rest. You can always try again tomorrow. As we close this journey, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for opening your heart, and for allowing yourself to reflect, grow, and hope. You are never truly alone. There's a community waiting for you. There's a friend who hasn't met you yet. There's joy, laughter, and love ahead. So please leave a comment. Share your story. Tell us one small step you'll take this week to reconnect. Because your voice, your life, your heart, it matters. And remember, loneliness is not your identity. Connection is your birthright. And you, dear friend, still have so much to give. Thank you for spending your time with me today. If this video touched your heart in any way, leave a comment below, share a thought, a feeling, or simply say hello. Every word you write could spark a new connection. And don't forget to subscribe for more gentle, meaningful content made just for you in this beautiful stage of life.